Hey, on the column of fouls, what does FD mean?
Fouls drawn.
Oh, okay. I ain't never seen that, for sure.
Well, guys, not to maybe overreact over one win in a long season, but given what you've been through these last 2-3 weeks, how much did you need this one win, and what does it feel like to end the streak?
I mean, obviously, it ain't been the brightest lately, 5 L's in a row. But it just feels good and does something for, the players and the team confidence, to just get back in that win column. It's really a momentum thing, and, with us being such a new team and we having a bunch of young guys, I think it was very important for those young guys to see us get back in that win column. Because, I've experienced starting off slow in season play and finishing on top, but these freshmen and newer guys, they've never experienced those things. So, I think it's very important for them to see us get back in that win column.
Yeah, I think I agree with Ice a lot. Like, obviously I haven't been at this stage before, like high major basketball. So, these first couple of 2-3 weeks, I've really seen like how easy it is to lose and also what it takes to win. And I think, losing these games was important for us. Obviously it didn't feel good, but, I think it taught us as a team what it takes, and, everybody's just buying in right now. Even now, like, if for when we lose games, we lose them together. Like, there's nothing really changing. We just trusting each other every day, trusting the coaches and the whole staff and everybody that's in our corner, and we just play.
When you said if we lose these games, we lose them together, and Ice, you're nodding as he was saying that. Is that a message that had to get reinforced for you guys these last couple of weeks? It really wasn't something that had to be reiterated. When everything was going great and we was winning together, we enjoyed it together. And same thing for when losses come. Adversity is gonna come at some point. And so I'm just proud of really just how the team. Every day we doing the process what it takes to win. No matter what the result is. So it's not like we just made drastic changes. We just keep believing in coach, keep believing in ourselves and the team and the staff, and practice hard, real hard, and we'll see how the result goes. And so today we came out with a W. So I'm just thankful for that.
Ice, did you come in today looking to score more, looking for a more aggressive approach on offense, or was that something you talked to the coaching staff about?
Me personally, I just, like I told Coach whenever I came back, whether it was 5 minutes, 30 minutes, regardless, whatever the team just is asking for me for that game, that's what I'm gonna try to do. So, today that's what it was. Next game it could be something different. A player like me, I don't just have a certain role for every single game. It's different for me. So I just gotta see how the game's going, different things of that nature. But, today I just felt like we really need to get off to a quick start. And I feel like it was on us veterans. As captains, we ain't been good lately. And I felt like, today the captains, we really have to step up and take care of business. And, that's what we did. So.
Did you feel like after a game like that you can kind of, seeing how you're scoring, what that brought to the team, do you feel like that's something that you will try to look for more going, continuing to see?
Like I said, I just play the game. The coaches, they'll dissect film and, talk to me over the next couple of days, different things of that nature. Like I said, I just trust in the coaches. So, they watch film 24/7. They literally, this is their lives, they surround their minds and everything around this game and us and to win. So, whatever they need, I'm just trying to fulfill that. And so that's all that is.
So I want to get to the heart of what he asked you, because it is hard to wrap my mind around the fact that your stat line in every game this season is nothing like the stat line you had today. That it's hard for me to buy that 18, 10, and 7 was not a conscious decision by you to look more for your offense today than you have in the past.
It's honestly, for me personally, and as humbly as sounding as I can, it's not like it's nothing I haven't done before, and I say that completely humbly. Glory to God for these talents that He's given me, but I'm in a new environment, new situation, new team. I'm just thankful, really, just as much as I've been having this year going on. First off, them just even let me back, and me just trying to find a rhythm. And these guys around me, all 15, 16 guys, they make it easier on me every day, just encouraging me and telling me to just keep working. And that's all I've been doing. And I know at some point everything's gonna show when it's time. I'm a firm believer in that, God has his time, and I've done nothing different these past 2 weeks, past 2 days. I've done nothing different since the day I got here in June, which is just work. And, the work will show itself.
So I want to be sensitive to whatever that was in December, but I think it's fair to ask you if you are in a better place mentally where you have less concern and are more able fully to devote yourself to playing than perhaps you were over the past few weeks. Is that a fair assessment?
Life is life. Life is life. At the end of the day, I'm just 22 years old. So life is life, and me just being here. If I'm here, then that's where my mind, my feet, everything is here. So that's just what it is. As long as I'm here, that's my only focus is being here, and everything else handle itself. So yeah, I'm just working, focusing on with these guys, getting wins.
Brice, you had 3 turnovers in the first 81 seconds. You bounced back to have a career high in points. Walk me through that first sequence there, and how do you adjust and bounce back from that?
Yeah, obviously it was too many turnovers. I don't know. I was just trying to be a little bit aggressive. Push the ball down the floor. The 2 passes, or no. I had a bad pass the first one, and the second one I got a steal and bounced off my leg. That's me just trying to be aggressive. The third one, I forgot about that one. I think that was another bad pass, but just me trying to be aggressive. And then obviously as it happens, it's so quick. I obviously got to flip the switch and play smarter, but just me trying to be aggressive.
And then ice for you, that first 3-pointer you had, I think that's your first 3 of the season. Obviously you can make that kind of shot, but how much does that do to you to kind of set the tone for the performance you had today?
I really don't know. I just play. I know I don't know. I don't have these moments where I get to feeling it and stuff like that. Like I just play. I just play hard, and that's all I can tell you for that. Like it didn't really do nothing for me. I just want to win at the end of the game. That's it. That's all that matters to me, and it just feels good to be back in the win column. Regardless how my stats look. I can have 0 across the board. It's everywhere. And as long as we win, as long as we win, that's it. That's all that matters to me.
Brice, the offense, as we know, has hit some tough parts here these last 5 games during this streak, and you just talked about wanting to come out and be more aggressive. How much did you put it on yourself today to try to turn around what has been a rough stretch for the offense?
Yeah, to be honest, man, like I said, we haven't been really doing anything too differently. Just attacking practice every day, super focused and with a great mindset and positivity. And obviously it's just one win, but our work is gonna pay off eventually. What we do on a day-to-day basis, we just stay consistent, and I think that things like this are bound to happen when you work like us. So there it is.
You're more than halfway through the season, so maybe the freshman, thinking of it as just in terms of being a freshman, might not fit anymore. But when the team is going through a rough patch offensively, how comfortable do you feel as a first-year player being like, all right, I'm just going to put this on my shoulders and I'm going to score 27 like you did today?
I don't think it's anything like that, to be honest, man. I think I did a better job hitting shots today. Just calming down and watching the ball go in, seeing it go in a couple of times early fueled me a little bit. But yeah, man, I just been just like trying less and less to force stuff and just let the offense play out and find pockets in the defense and take those shots that they give us, and like I said earlier, just take what the defense gives.
You guys have said that there wasn't much that changed over this stretch here. Was there ever a meeting? Did the captains ever step up and say something, or was it strictly just back to work after the Nebraska game and through this stretch?
We did have a player meeting. We definitely had a player meeting, but when we mean the process ain't changed, we mean as in, we didn't go into practice looking to make drastic changes or looking around asking why we're losing. We know why. I know Coach Holt and the staff, they definitely get a lot of scrutiny, but those guys, they watch this game and they put us in the right position to win the game, every single game they give us the answers to win. You know, it's up to the players, us as players, to go out there and execute. You know, the coaches can tell us we need to box out every possession, but we'll allow 15, 16 offensive rebounds. You know, that's not a coach's thing, that's a player's thing. You know, executing plays that we got to execute late game, but we run them wrong. And the coaches, they drill us on it. We practice all the time. That's a player's thing, not a coach's thing. You know, it's been things that we as players just need to tune up and change, you know, 3, 4 possessions of, 5 possessions of, you know, because we've been losing by 2, 3, 4 points, you know. But those guys, you know, they do nothing but put us in a position to win. And, you know, so we just went back to practice, worked hard, listened to coaches, trusting them. And like you said, it's only one win, you know, it's really nothing. You know, it's one win, you know, to a long season, long league game that we have ahead of us. But, you know, it could be the start of something. You know, we just don't look to build on it.
So you could easily look at the stat line today and think Brice had a terrible game, but from the outside in over the last 5, it's appeared that his legs were gone, and that today might be a godsend for him, getting some rest and also having you orchestrate offense. Can you two guys talk about what this game today can do for Brice? Not because he had a bad game, but because I think everybody out there thought that he kind of needed to have either some rest or somebody else needed to step up and take some of the burden off him.
You know, Brice, especially that month of December, when, you know, whenever I had my departures, I think he's been playing almost 38, 37 minutes, you know, and he's just, and it's the same way in practice. You know, he doesn't take no drills off. You know, you think a guy that plays 30-something minutes, 38, 39 minutes as a freshman, you know, you'll think in practice he'll take some reps off and sit on in any drill, he's the first one to step up, you know. He's just a workhorse. You know, he's a workhorse. You'll have to tell him, you know, you'll probably have to tell him to get off the court, tell him to get out the drill. And, you know, today was good for him. And you see, he was probably one of the loudest ones on the bench. And after the game, you'll think that he had a 30-point trip dub, how happy he was. You know, but that just shows the selflessness of all the guys and how much we truly care about each other. So, you know, Brice gonna ball next game for sure. I'm not even worried about that. And you know, he'll rest up and do what he needs to do to recover for his legs for sure.
Last question. Isaac, when you transferred here from Oklahoma State, obviously when you're picking a spot for your last year of play, winning is going to be probably your biggest decision, your ability to win games and have success. So where you sit right now in the season, in the standings at 3-5, do you guys still feel like all the goals you set at the beginning of the season are still right in front of you?
No doubt. I mean, we've only lost 5 league games. You know, right now that could be a lot because there's barely been any played. But when you look at the end of a 20 game conference, you know, 5 games isn't a lot whenever you think about losses. So, you know, like I said, just one game at a time. That's all we can do, just one game at a time. And I don't know who we play next, but we're just gonna focus on winning that next game, whoever it is. And you know, just that's it. We can't worry about 2 games ahead, 3 games ahead, what it's looking like. We can just be right where we at right now.
Thank you guys.